Hello and welcome to YYC Business Speaks. This is our next episode, and today we have Jenn Lenz. Hi, Jens.
Hey.
Hey, Jens, not just Jen.
Hey, Jen. All the Jens.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. It's Friday.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Although by the time this gets posted, it'll probably be
who knows?
Thursday.
It's
So
time. The magical webs.
I love it. Okay, tell me about your business.
Oh my gosh. So I actually run multiple businesses, but what I do is I operate from a commitment. So about 7 years ago, I transitioned into a life coaching business in essence, but it came from just this like soul yearning to empower people, to really have people in life wake up with the tools they need to powerfully create a life they love. And so I do life coaching, conversations that make a difference. And I also teach people how to use social media, their phones, et cetera, to generate wealth and residual income.
Okay, cool. And who do you serve, or who's your best customer?
My best customer, is so funny. I love these questions are perfect. I was just talking about it today. My ideal client is that person who knows they're here for more. They have that little whisper of like, there's more, but they're not really sure, right? And they might try something else, read a book, hire a thing, but they end up back where they started. And so that's my ideal, is like, they know they want to get there, but they don't know the path. And so I partner with them and, get them out of how it's always gone to where they want to be.
Yeah, so you support them on that path as they're walking down it and creating the life that they want.
Exactly. And that's where I like operate on the two spectrums right now, where it's like, okay, from coach, it's holding space, it's guiding, etc. And then on the other end of it, it's more of a mentorship. Like, okay, I've created this, let me teach you how. So I like that I can meet people also where they're at on the journey.
Right. Yeah, that makes a big difference for sure. So in the past year, what's the greatest impact the pandemic has had on your business?
It's so funny. I have said more than once, and I almost get scared to say it, but it has been the best year with the hardest days. And the biggest impact that it had was it forced me to strip away all the fluff and really get authentic about what I wanted to do, why I wanted to do it, and create from a really truth-based place. And so for me, what I realized, exactly what I shared in the beginning, if you had asked me over a year ago what I did, I'm like, oh, I'm a coach. And now I'm like, no. I do what people need to have the tools to wake up, to create a new life. So the impact it had on me was seeing my business in a different light and seeing that it actually is commitment that drives what I do, not a title or a business plan or a funnel or a sales course. It's like, okay, what do I need to do today to empower people? And then I create. So it shifted my focus.
Right. So your commitment is to empowering people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do what I do, right? And it might be different tomorrow and it might be different next month, but the core is creating from that commitment I have to people.
Right. Very cool. Okay. So what are one or two actions that you've taken then that have made a difference?
Like inside that discovery?
I mean, just over the past year, like what's made a difference in terms of creating clients or like serving your clients that you already had?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's honestly slowing down to operate from that commitment. So instead of being reactive and being like, oh, well, I've always done it this way, this is the course I always offer, this is the rate I always charge, I've been like, hold on, kind of that like take a step back and really operate from, I have a commitment, what do I need to create? So slowing down, looking inward, journaling, meditating, and trusting myself. So instead of operating from, I know how this is supposed to look and kind of like grinding to figure it out, instead, I've really learned to be like, trust myself. Even today, I had a download. I was like, wait a minute, I need to create a course. And before I would have been like, no, like that's not the path. This is what you do. And now I'm like, ooh, something new that can impact people. So I'm like the worst on getting off tangent. So I have slowed down. I have really learned to trust myself on what needs to be created. And I have allowed myself to just let go of how I think it's supposed to be and really trust what's coming next.
Yeah, I hear that, like allowing your creativity to really flow and just letting it come and like not having to be stuck to one certain way that you have to do things, right?
Totally. And trusting that it'll actually have me fulfill on what I'm up to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of business owners get caught in having to do something one way as opposed to allowing themselves to be creative and then, testing it out and measuring it and see if the results are there. And if they're not, like, what else can you create?
Totally. When I used to spend so much time being like, I have to have the perfect coaching package and the perfect rate and the perfect, and like months would go by and I didn't do anything. Right. And I'm like, okay, how is this serving people? Whereas in this last year, it really was like, no, now, like people need to be served now. There's no like waiting 6 months to create the perfect funnel and blah, blah, blah. And even noticing exactly leaning into to the creativity, which is such a core value of mine. And trusting that it comes and really realizing like, what do I love doing? And what if I could get paid for that? So that's where I switched to like, I get paid to talk to people. Like
Yeah.
that's really what it is. And what conversation do I want to focus on next? And attracting those people that are like dealing with that conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great way of thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Okay, it's been said that smart people learn from their own mistakes, but wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So, what's one or two mistakes that you've made along the way that other entrepreneurs can learn from?
Oh my gosh, have I not just listed 500? I feel like, yeah, I think waiting, right? Waiting and not realizing that like, just throw out an offer, right? Throw out a service, throw out a thing. People will like it. People won't. People will buy it. People won't. It means nothing about you, nothing about your commitment, nothing about your business success. But if you wait, you're in that same position. So if I throw out an offer today to support people and blah, 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 it's out there. People will want it or they won't. And then if I had waited 6 months to throw it out there, the same reality exists in the marketplace, right? So don't worry about perfect, like just take action. So that's a mistake because I was a waiter. I was a perfect planner. There was always a reason why I shouldn't just make it go live.
Yeah.
Mistakes I've made. I think mistakes I've made too. It's so funny. I hate even just saying that, but it's true. Like things that I could have done differently is being fixated, right? Like seeing things like this, where it's like, no, this is how a coach coaches. This is how, this is the company I need to partner with. This is the program I need to create. And being like, says who, right? So really, again, just honoring there's no one way and I can change and I can pivot. And if I'm a weight loss coach this year, and now I want to talk about intuition and a manifestation, like, okay, right? So not being attached, not being perfectionist. Other mistakes. I think other mistakes is just looking outward for what I should do versus looking inward. So, oh, this person's successful and they do this, so I should do it that way. And it's like, well, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Really operating from like, I have everything I need. What's next?
Totally. Yeah. I love that. And I love bringing that out of people as well, like their own inner wisdom, as opposed to having to listen to what I have to say. It's so brilliant.
I don't know what you should do.
Exactly. Right. But let's talk about
somebody
it.
might have told me that before.
Okay. So where can people find you, Jenn?
Oh, where can people find me? So I operate under just Jenn Lenz because to me, I am a brand and you'll get to know me and then I'll offer things as I've mentioned. So you can find me on Instagram _Jenn Lenz. On Facebook, I think I'm just Jenn Lenz, 2 N's for Jen. Those are really my 2 platforms. Yeah, I do have a website, jenniferlenz.com. That like more specific to coaching offerings, purchasing time, to have conversations that make a difference. And then social media, Instagram, Facebook.
Cool. Okay. So your website, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything that you'd like to offer our viewers?
I should have thought of that first. It's so funny because I just thought of new offerings today. I'm like, beginning of the month. What I will do is offer anybody who mentions this interview half price on conversation time. So 50% off. And what else I will offer? I did this and I'm not offering it currently, but I'll like bring it out of the vault for people who mention this. Is a 30-minute power coaching session. So basically 30 minutes with me one-on-one, where we will look at an area of your life where you are like not getting the results you want. We'll uncover What has you stuck will get you access to new actions. And we'll do that all within that 30 minutes. And then what I do is I follow up and I provide custom journal prompts, custom affirmations, and any tools we discover that'll make a difference so that they can carry that forward. And it's $55 for your people.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Jenn. One more question for you. Tell me what's most inspiring to you today.
Oh, today, the weather.
I haven't even been outside yet today.
Oh my gosh. I'm such a sun worshiper that yesterday, so I'm like manifestation queen. I'm like, this is my vision, blah, blah. And as you know, you guys don't know, but Julia knows. I moved into my new place, right? And so I literally spent sun tanning on my deck yesterday. It was only 10 degrees here, 50 degrees, Fahrenheit, but it's so hot and I knew it. So honestly, the weather motivates me. I'm such a sun worshiper. Hot weather, it like lights my soul on fire. So that, and you know what else is exactly that? I have been attracting so much magic in the last year. It's like exponentially growing what I'm attracting. And what inspires me about it is because I'm surrendering. I'm like, I know what I'm up to and it's all going to come to me. And so what inspires me is trusting self. And knowing that, like, we have everything we need and everything will come to us and will always be provided for, plus the sunshine.
Everything that you need plus sunshine.
Plus, I mean, I'm like a plant. I'm really just a complicated house plant. Like, just give me some sunshine and I will grow. Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a great way to end this interview. Thanks so much for being on the show.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Any last words before we end this?
I think honestly, just like whatever you're up to in the world, if you stumbled across this interview, like there's a reason, and just know you have everything you need. And if you need someone to partner with in the journey, hit me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's so perfect. What a great way to end. Thanks, Jenn.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye.